This is the mission 46, organized by the Mars Space Analog Station, Habitat Marte. It's a virtual mission, and then we are this mission. One of the goals of the mission is discuss how some results of the Perseverance rover would be applied to operate the future habitats in Mars. And today we have the presentation of Pranjal Matri. And then, Pranjal, you are welcome to start your presentation when you want. Okay.
Thank you, Professor. So, hello, this is Pranjal Mhatre here, crew member of Engineering Center Habitat Marte. I would like to thank Professor Julio for giving me this opportunity to be part of this mission. Today, as a crew member of Engineering Center, I will talk on various aspects of engineering facility. So, this is the general introductions what we're gonna discuss today. So, starting from here, there are general recommendations when building for Mars habitat. The first and most important is protection and safety from dust storms and radiations. The ergonomics of habitat to ensure comfort of the crew, an appropriate atmosphere and environment to maintain health of the crew. Additional life support systems, which will be an important factor in maintaining stable environment conditions in the habitat. The cost of construction in order to ensure the feasibility per mission. The next is material availability. This topic have gained a special attention from researchers in the field of in situ construction. The construction timeline, which obviously matters to complete the mission on time, and the maintenance. Different construction technique requires different maintenance requirements. So this is a possible concept of, for my visual concept. On the basis of this, I will recommend such type of habitats. These habitats include in situ 3D printed outer walls for Martian soil, the pressurized inflatable living and work areas, and the reuse of rocket tanks as airlock chambers and technical support modules. The reason why I support such type of habitats is protection from harsh environment. The soil of Mars itself has qualities to sustain against radiations. The use of inflatable modules will lower the cost of transportation from Earth. The applications of in situ resources obviously will ensure material availability and will lower the need for additional transportations of resources from the Earth. Next is the research development of new technologies. The research includes development of various technologies in different fields. Since the first successful landing of Falcon 9 on December 21, 2015, it has revolutionized the outer space journey and can eventually end up setting up the first moon on Mars in our lifetime, possibly. The in situ 3D printed manufacturing of materials can reduce the cost of transportation. The development of fuel utilization from Mars will enable safe Earth return missions. Encouragement of environmental friendly designs and green areas in facilities. Inflatable modules can reduce the transportation mass. Computer vision technologies and automated systems will reduce the requirement of crew in Mars missions. Using of robots for external operations could possibly reduce the risk of working in dangerous situations, thus ensuring a safety factor. And yeah, ergonomics for comfort of the crew. Next is the functionality of the engineering facilities. The general functionalities of engineering centers have in is basics like maintenance of all the other facilities and stations, to maintain the transport vehicles like cargo rovers, crew vehicles, and drones, training and maintenance of safety protocols to all members of all facilities, research and development of new technologies for Mars-specific missions, also adapting existing technologies to provide sustainable growth for the Mars mission, and to work closely with critical systems in power stations, environmental conditions, and life support systems, which are very necessary for as a conducting for the engineering facility. Next. So what are the duties for engineering centers? The normal daily duties for the engineering stations includes the maintenance of the facilities, the vehicles like cargo transport vehicles, rovers, drones, astronaut spacesuits, etc. Testing the equipments in entire Mars habitat facilities like life support systems, checkups of systems in greenhouse facility to ensure a good environment for plants, medical facilities, readiness level for emergency situations, ensure proper supply from the power station to support technical assistance to research and development activities in different facilities from time to time. It also involves health and safety checkups to follow risk assessment protocols and by the end of the day, submit all the reports of the technical status of working of stations every day to the main station. So what are the crew requirements for the specific mission? It includes the recommendations for astronaut crew for position and number of crews. As per as a human factor research, they suggest a crew of 4 to 5 engineering uh, members in the facilities. Thus, a proposal for the three positions can be considered here. The first is a chief. He will be responsible for inspections of the daily activities at the station and report to the main station by the end of the day. Positions of 2 to 3 for the technical assistants who will ensure safe working of systems and provide support for research and development activities. The third is a visiting assistant who will be not different than a technical assistant but will carry out regular inspections of systems in each module on daily basis. Yesterday, as per Davis said, the visiting assistants will be filled on rotating basis in order of drawing among all the members. These are the general guidelines to be provided to other facilities as a whole station. The normal daily duties for the engineering station includes the maintenance of the facility, the vehicles like cargo transport vehicle, rovers, drones, spacesuits, etc. Okay. Testing of the okay. Maintenance and the prepare and submit report on the environmental conditions. Try to communicate with other members as much as possible to ensure safe working. Conduct mock drills on weekly basis to maintain safety procedures and best practices. Alert engineering centers in case of any failures of the systems in order to ensure the safety protocols. Inspections of power stations and life support systems operations for safe operations of a mission. And finally, report all the daily activities to main stations at the end of the day. Uh, Next, what are the possible activities to be applied to daily life in Earth? To follow daily routines and be punctual, practice physical exercises and yoga in daily routines, practice mental exercises like meditation to maintain health, mind, and avoid depressions, invest more time in reading books and factful magazines, work on different research activities like hands-on project, attend webinars and health discussions, and also communicating with other members to ensure good relations. That's it. Thank you for the presentation.